What's up, everybody? It's your boy JT
and Nene. Grab a pillow and let's get into the episode.
All right, let's get started, man. Welcome to the Pillow Talking Podcast. It's your boy JT
and Nene,
and we are back with another episode. That's crazy. How are you now?
Good,
dude. Let's start with a funny story. All right, let me explain something.
Okay.
Period, pads, tampon companies don't care about men. They don't even care about their product packaging or their marketing for men, because if you ever have to go to the store to buy these supplies for your daughter or your wife, be prepared to be confused. Like, there is no help for a man on this aisle. There's no like, hey, this section is for,
overnight.
Yeah, it's like all flowers like and women running and pink and purple and yellows. It's just so overstimulating. So I'm on the aisle looking like a lunatic, and like all these women are passing by. Like, some of them like, dude, what you doing? Like, just looking at me. And then like nobody offered help though. Like, nobody was like, because I guess it's all different. Like, it is.
But somebody should have said, you need help.
But even the workers is walking by like, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's like, they need a section like, hey, normal. Yeah. No, it should say, like, this is what your wife sent you here for.
Yeah.
Or put like a football team logo on it or something. So it's like, oh, that one, that's the one I need. Bro, I was so confused, bro. Like, I was just sitting there reading back and forth, and then like they had different levels. It was like a level 4, a level 1. I'm just sitting there like, oh no, wrong.
Look at this dude.
That's what I was like. What is going on in this aisle, bro? Like,
I was like, do not. I was like, listen, you have to get different colors. He was like, is that the box color?
Bro,
I'm like, no, the box color is purple and pink.
Lost.
It was actually colors.
Bro, I was sitting on that aisle for a good.
And he still came home with the wrong color.
And I still came home. And so I'm like, okay, my wife probably wants the expensive thing, but not the most expensive, because she would never buy something that's like the top shelf.
Yeah.
So let me look at the lower price stuff, but she would never get the lowest either. So then I was like, okay, so it has to be one of these in the middle. So then I started thinking about box shapes. I'm like, okay, I remember the box shape, but they all have the same shape box.
Yeah.
Like, all the brands have the exact same. That's so crazy, because like if you go to like get toothpaste, Crest and Sensodyne look different. Like, the branding is different. Like, even if you forgot like what brand they get, you could be like, oh yeah, the top looks like a dye,
But what's crazy about that is sanitary items for women is like Always runs everything. Always brand is on every single thing. It's just different types of Always. Everything is Always. Like, what you have is Always, just like the green. If you saw,
I was just confused because then it's like Always. It was an aisle, and then on one side it was just like, I guess, the pads. The other side was the sticks, and I'm like, what?
Tampons.
Yeah, I thought they called sticks. Look, I know they call tampons, but I thought people would call them sticks too.
No, because it's just the holder isn't a stick.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like you break it.
Anyway, it's just overstimulating, and it's not right, and that's why I now support free sanitary products for women.
First of all, they're very expensive.
Just let them pick it out and ship it to them, so we don't have to go 100%. To the store and waste 20 minutes of our lives looking for it. That's the moral of the story. So, welcome to another episode of Pill Talking Podcast. It's me, JT, again. This is Dom.
Hi. AKA Nene.
Yeah, so couple things happened since our last episode. Diddy was convicted as a felon. Mm-hmm. Trump signed a 1,200-page bill. And there's some weird stuff going on Love Island. So
yeah,
here are my takes on those 3 topics. Okay, the Diddy thing. I'll repeat what I heard a lot of lawyers and judges say, like Judge Faith. She was saying like it's a loss for the federal government because normally they convict on normally their cases are better presented. She felt like this case was very sloppy. It was very almost laughable at points what they were doing, and it was a loss for the federal government, because normally they're on point.
Boom, 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 yeah.
But I will say he was found guilty on, to me, the obvious charges of hiring people to come partake in these events.
Yeah.
What I don't like about the situation is the people that are like, free Diddy.
Oh no.
Because, okay, I understand that jail is a terrible place. Mm-hmm. I understand that you don't wish jail on your worst enemy.
Right.
But I also don't wish freedom on somebody that I saw
like that. Yeah.
do some crazy stuff. Now, I'm not saying throw him away forever. I'm not saying, but just to be out here promoting him as if all he was being charged with. Well, I mean, technically, all he was being charged with was this whole racketeering and this criminal enterprise. Mm-hmm. But we did see the tapes, and normally that's the thing that people ask for. They're like, when you have a domestic violence, they're like, no, where's the evidence? I don't believe that.
Yeah,
he would not. Why would he ever hit somebody? I don't believe that. It's a money grab.
Well, they still were making excuses for that,
right? But then when you see the video,
even though people still was trying to blame her, which is crazy. I just fame and liking people, people have their favorite celebrities and,
But even if you like somebody, I don't think anybody should be that. You should never be that much a fanatic that you will look past.
Wrong.
In 4K, somebody stomping out somebody who is trying to get away.
Yeah.
From a alleged freak off.
Yeah.
And I just thought just that evidence in itself, maybe, in my opinion, showed that there were possible other instances of force use that could have been persuasive. But once again, the federal government didn't prove that. They didn't. Or didn't do I think the federal government tried to to put his perversion or his dark secrets out there, but they didn't realize as a society we are way more accepting of stuff. Like if this case would have happened the same way in 2005, and people were like, he was doing what?
No.
He had, it's a whole nother
but now
feeling. We see this on TV, on reality TV shows. We see basically real freak offs. Yeah. Love Island is basically a freak off. They take single people to a private island and set them up in scenarios for them to literally do freak nasty stuff. And just see like what will happen if we take all these singles and put them on a remote island
with nothing, huh?
Come on, no phones.
What you think will happen?
Come on, man. So I feel like they tried to do that to the jury. They just tried to like freak them out, and it's like, bro, we so desensitized to stuff like that. It's almost normal. It's almost like expect. It's almost people was like, oh yeah, he hired escort. Oh yeah, bro, it was regular Friday night. Yeah, it's
like no.
Yeah, so that happened. Yeah, that's my thoughts there. I have not watched an episode of Love Island. I have no desire to watch it. Maybe when I was 14, I would have been very interested. But we already had. We talked about. We had our peak phase of reality TV.
Real reality TV. Yes.
Because the way they talk about Love Island is how we were at school about like For the Love of Ray J,
College
Hill, all those shows. Yeah. That's how it was then.
Yeah.
That's so rude.
Why would she do that?
Anyway, yeah, that's how we had our time.
Yes. And it wasn't really just like that. People talking about like Love Island and like the sexual parts of it, but like it was it was drama, real life storylines, because it was real life TV at that time. I mean, like this was
real, more real.
I should say.
Raw.
It wasn't really everything was scripted or like people telling you.
I think it was scripted. I just think it was so new that the shock value of
but
like
they was doing a lot of things that just would be putting.
Yes, like
just would be happening. Yeah,
like,
it still gave room. It was scripted, but it gave more room to be for real life things to happen too. Right. It wasn't really rigid and like we
now I feel like it's like, hey, you don't like her, you don't like her. We're gonna meet for lunch here, and you guys are gonna talk.
Right? Like come on now,
come on. Like it's just
a lot
so
of drama
childish,
back then happened naturally, but then that's what people realized sold like and got views. So it was like, okay, well let's target how we're gonna start drama. But yeah,
so that's kind of.
I haven't watched it. I had no, like I told JT the other day, I really just never had a desire to watch it. I don't know. I don't know. It's just not enticing to me. The love show that I actually did like was Pop the Balloon, but on Facebook and YouTube. I like the original.
I like Pop the Balloon because I felt like it was real. Like, even if it was like some of the people who went on there to become famous, like they did stuff. Yeah. But it was just like, oh, this is what it's like to date in 2024, 2025.
It was very eye opening and yeah.
Yeah, but then like most stuff, people want their moment.
Mm-hmm. They just be doing extra.
They get on the shows and you know they gotta say stuff.
That's
and
why
do
it's
stuff
like,
they would never
should
do.
things be like it's like I don't know. It's like when you find a good show or something like that, people want it to come on again. Like they want to have a new season, but it's like, should there be a new season? It's never like the first season.
Well, that's what they say about.
It's never like the first
That's what they
season.
say about most things. They like,
yeah.
Do we need a reboot? Do we need a remake? Do we need a part 3? Like I remember when Bad Boys come out, it's like, do we need another Bad Boy?
Yeah.
Can we leave it where it was?
Yeah.
Even we just watched Squid Game season 3, and it's like, okay, yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
But it doesn't captivate us like season 1 did.
Yeah, the first one. No, it's crazy.
And it's like now, I don't want to ruin it for you, but we can see where it's going now.
Yeah, because he was like, you want to watch? I was like, nah, I'll just check in, on the next episode. I already know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so, yeah.
But I do, this is kind of funny. We laugh at like the Korean interpretation of like, or the English interpretation of the Korean situations with like the cursing and stuff.
Man,
it's hilarious. Like they just throw in curse words where I know it's like,
I know
I don't think that's the point of this.
That don't even,
it don't even fit. Yeah.
Or the random just curse words. Like what? Who put that in there?
Right.
But yeah. Now next to the beautiful bill.
I don't have any thoughts on Big Beautiful Bill. I know it was signed. I know it was signed. I know that it probably won't turn out well. Yeah. Just based on the history of most bills that are this big. I feel like that's always
it's a
like
very big bill. Very big.
I don't know. Like I've been doing my research. That's what I was talking to one of my friends about. It's even hard to do your own research nowadays because like if you pull up Big Beautiful Bill on Fox and read about it, and then pull it up on CNN, it may sound like completely different things. And you're like, okay, I just need an unbiased lens of what is going on here. Because I don't have time to read every page of this bill.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use ChatGPT or something to just like break it down. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like, I pray that, I just pray that God's sovereignty reigns. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Sometimes stuff happens. I'm just like, how did we get to this point in politics? Like,
I don't know.
Like, it's just like, what are we doing here? But then it's like, America apparently voted for this.
You're right.
You look at, for real though, you look across the landscape of the different seats, and the people who have seats in the office, or even from locally to now national, you see the consequences now of voting and not voting. What happens? Like locally, people sometimes don't show up to vote for a police chief or a sheriff or certain things, and there's these new policies and new laws. They're like, whoa, what's going on? Right. It's like,
that's true.
This is why we vote.
Yeah.
This is why we go to these meetings. This is why we hold people accountable of what they said they would do. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's kind of what we have to do now. What we can do now is contact our representatives on a state level to say, hey, this is what we need at our level. It's different. Obviously, it's different for each state. That's why states have their own governments. The things we face here in Louisiana, some totally people different. Like I have coworkers. They always like, man, how y'all do with hurricanes? Like, what is that like? They don't even understand the magnitude of a hurricane or what it does. So, said all that to say, I'm still doing my research, like on like really what will happen with this bill. I saw some of the stuff that will happen by like December of 2026. A lot of the tax cuts will start in 2027. So I think we are kind of there's some time before we start to feel the effects of it.
Yeah.
But it definitely got signed. It definitely will happen. So now it's just about, getting on our representatives, our local, our statewide elected officials, and making sure that the people in our communities, the people that we should care about, and the people that we do care about, that we advocate for them. So that's my 2 cents there.
I agree.
Yep. It's not a politics show.
It's not.
It's a pillow talking show. But I feel like sometimes politics, they just pillow talk. So.
Yeah. And
all right, so let's go to this because I'm gonna play the video, and I want you to give your opinion because they were talking to women and not me. So it was one of those street interviews where they asked women who comes first.
First your son? You putting first your son, your father, or your husband?
My son. I'm putting my son first. My father, then my husband. My son. And then my daddy. And then my husband. My son.
And then who?
My father, then my husband.
Type shit. Why the husband last? Let me know something.
Because regardless, if me and him together or not, my daddy and my son gonna be there. So
Your
son, husband, or my son, my husband, then my daddy. My son, my father, my husband, yeah.
Okay, why y'all put husband last? Let me know something.
I love my daddy and I love my son. I birthed my son. Why would he be first? And my daddy, like, that's my daddy. Come on, you my husband. Husband, son, father. I feel like if I get married.
So literally, this goes on about 5 minutes of them basically saying how would they order husband, son, and dad. So I'll ask you now, who you putting first?
they ain't give no context. God dang.
No, I think the
Do they just
context
mean in life?
is
Like,
in life in general. Like,
just- yeah.
who's your first priority? Who's your second? Who's your third?
As a married woman.
As a married woman, they were asking them when you get married.
Well,
what's your order?
First of all, regardless of let's do the umbrella. So first of all, regardless, my house comes first, is what I believe. So
that automatically
pushes my loving dad. But my people know to the end because the house comes first. So now then, out of the house, I personally feel like my husband comes first. And now people don't know how to separate scenarios. So I clearly this means like, I don't know. Like people think that when you say that, it's like, oh my God, you hate your kids or you don't like your kids. Like, but it's not that. I just think that it depends. But at the end of the day, that's a kid. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's my husband.
No, I feel like at times, obviously, in a relationship. So I agree with you. If it was the other way around, I'm saying, hey, my house comes first. Yeah. I believe that you glean from your parents.
I believe that too. Yeah.
I feel like there's a transition in life where it goes from your parents are like locked tight with you to like, okay, you are your own.
Yeah, you're on a string, but yeah, you're your own person.
No, you're your own person now. There ain't no strings.
Well, yeah, you're right, but
so I feel like there was a path there, or a transition there.
Yeah.
Then in a household, obviously, when you're married, the person you marry, you guys become one. So
it's like you're
definitely gonna put them first. But there are times, obviously, we're not saying that in every situation.
Yeah, like I don't know why it always got to be that.
Right. If there's a situation, but for 99% of the time, my wife's well-being is like go-to.
Right. And that's why I was saying, like, that's so crazy whenever I feel like people always ask me, like, oh, what if something happened while you're having a baby or whatever? Like, who do you want them to save? And I'm just like, what? Why
ask me that because y'all not going to like my answer.
Why wouldn't I tell them save me? Like, I'm lost. Like, why? Like, that's crazy, huh?
Yeah, I'm not.
I just think of, like, logically. Like, that
keep in mind, that's a tough place to be.
It is, but I'm just saying, like, they get upset. I saw a man that happened to a person.
He told his wife?
Yeah. And people were upset. But anyway, me personally, I feel like and just because I say I'll choose my husband, because it's not about a man. Like, no, he ain't even on the list if he's just my man, respectfully. But
I ain't know. Go piss the singles off now.
Hey, it's me, my life.
All right.
My life. Okay, anyway. Anyway, I feel like
To this day.
till this day, listen,
To this day.
who was coming first? Evan. I'm just kidding. When
Right.
we was
Yeah,
dating, Evan.
Yeah. Yep.
So, but not Evan. Evan knew his place. But I just feel like certain times, yes, because I know the food thing comes up a lot. You know what I mean? Like when they be like
I
the plates.
hate that.
That is so
First off-
childish.
first off,
and
for me,
silly.
First off, for me, I don't eat what they eat.
I was about to I'm like in our house.
I'm a pescatarian. I make
The
my
baby
own
come-
food.
yeah.
I like my own food. I'm
Right.
grown first. Like I can take care of
Period.
myself.
Yes.
Like we're having a formal dinner. Even I'm like, please, for the love of God, feed these kids so they can be
He
quiet.
says that all the time.
Like they don't understand.
Start with the little one first.
But at the same time,
Yeah.
what you do that I feel like people don't realize is like you'll say no, don't touch that. That's for your daddy,
Yeah.
or y'all not eating all this before
Right.
your daddy eat.
Yeah.
If it's something we're sharing.
Yeah.
So even if you do feed them first, you
Like I still limit them. I'm like, no, you have to say this for your dad. But I still think about
Right.
you. It's what I'm saying. Like it's just
and
silly.
that even in
you
their
know?
mind, we're teaching them. Like for example, 9 times out of 10, if they ask me for something, I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah.
So, but if, let's say she's bought me something, she'd be like,
I'm not.
That's for your daddy. You know, I'm not just gonna give it to you, even though he don't care. Go ask him.
Right.
Like have the respect to ask him for his
Yeah.
stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Oh, don't touch
Yeah.
your mama's stuff. Ask
Yeah.
her for it.
Yeah.
And that we're just setting up boundaries in place, not because we're these control or
Yeah, like,
you know,
are we figure we better?
dictators.
Like
No.
I don't. Yeah, it's crazy.
We're just setting guidelines for them so they understand
It's just respect,
respect and
Yeah.
like relationships,
reverence, and just
how a household should be.
yeah.
Like contrary to popular belief, there should be some levels and
Distinctions.
distinctions. in,
Yes. Oh my gosh, I just was
in the household. Like
Absolutely.
we're all a family, but we're
But
all not on the same
there's a
level.
dynamic.
You're not gonna come tell us what you're gonna do at
Yeah.
5. Like respectfully,
right. Well, you could tell them you got to listen.
Like get out of
Right.
here, bro. Like we're not
Come
doing
on now.
that.
And we teach them, I think, honor also, and that's an important thing, you know.
Yes.
And so that whole who comes first thing is kind of like it just obviously you have your life actually, and you know who comes first in that part, but obviously different scenarios cause for different outcomes. Like food wise, my kids eat first,
Yeah.
and we okay with that, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's me and my husband.
Facts.
We are one, and I just feel like it's us.
Like I literally told her,
Right.
like, and she know we talked about this before, just joking.
Yeah.
I was like, I will commit crime to make sure my kids will eat.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like they will eat.
Yeah.
Like I
For
will
sure.
do anything in my power. Like
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people that where just is such like so selfish that I think about me first. Like
Yeah.
obviously the first rule of nature is self-preservation.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, sometimes I'm like, no, I'm ignoring my nature
Yeah.
to be selfish, and I'm thinking about my kids.
Yeah.
I mean, it was times.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's funny now. It was stupid then, but funny now because I remember I literally bankrupt myself one time to buy Dominique a mirror that she still has. She still has this vanity mirror.
I still have that mirror. Yeah.
But I literally was like, I won't eat until Friday, and I'm okay with that. And I did. She didn't even know, but I was legit fine
That's sweet.
with not having food for a day and a half. Like
That was a nice band. I was so happy. I was so shocked too. It was a great surprise.
yeah, you should clip that. You should put
Yeah.
the clip of when you walked in sounding like Tony Braxton.
No, because I looked toe up and my voice was deep.
Were you
as
pregnant?
heck. My voice was so deep. Yes.
Yeah, you were pregnant. So this
I
is
was
cool.
pregnant,
Yeah.
sick. I was pregnant, sick, and
Yep.
I was just not it.
No, like I literally, and I always will be that person. So, like, she knows, my kids know, like, they gonna be all right. So,
Yeah.
but there's still a level of hierarchy and respect.
Yeah.
Like, my kids, my boys especially, they're getting older now, and that's something I'm trying to, like, force them to understand is that your character and your respect will take you well beyond
Yeah.
any talent, any
resources. Yep.
Like when you guys go to school, I need y'all to be respectful, have good character. Because that is when that's when you get like favor. That's when you get blessed. That's when people look out for you. And
character holds you when people are not looking. Like, you know what I mean? You only know somebody's character when it's time to show it.
Like, I don't want you guys to just be good.
Yeah.
When we around or when dad's around. I need y'all to be, y'all getting older now. So I need to behave all the time. That's why every day I ask them, were you good today? Like, you're going to be accountable for your behavior now. And we're going to talk about it if you weren't good. Like, why were you been, like, literally, like, I don't tolerate disrespect for my kids. You will not be like this generation is just okay with kids being disrespectful. You gonna be different and you gonna stand out for it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, people gonna be like, okay, they got some sense. Like,
yeah. And we've saw that firsthand, like even in the school systems and stuff like that, how the respect, like how they treat your child, like how the respect for your kid changes whenever they see you're involved and they see you don't they see you hold them to a standard.
Oh yeah, they know.
They see you hold the child to a standard and you tell them that you do. They like, okay, all right. And they treat your child completely different. And it's like, wow. You know, like I don't know why they do that, you know, but wow, okay. So like
hold on, let's do a real life example. Okay. I hear my kids screaming.
Oh.
Hey, Evan. What's going on? Who's yelling?
Who's yelling?
Oh, Bliss was yelling? He okay? Get some chips, Johnny. Oh, Lord.
Move is crazy.
Come on, you going to end the show with us? Come on.
Son.
Come on. Come on. You're going to end the show. Come on.
Move is crazy. You could have said, excuse me.
Come on. Come in the show.
Goodness, Judy.
Oh, my God.
What? Crossover.
Oh, Lord. Oh, gosh. It's so big. Oh.
Evan, can you open Journey's chips? Thanks.
What are you doing, man? Hey, this is Bliss. What are you doing?
All right, sissy. There you go.
All right, y'all get out. We're trying to end the show.
You can have it. Okay, close the door then.
Shut the door.
Thanks.
All right, but yeah. So just like that, we call our kids, we talk to them. All right, Bliss, we're doing the show. You got to be quiet, okay?
Okay, about it.
All right, thank you. But yeah, we are trying to raise. This is what we're talking about. You just agreed.
This is what we're talking about.
You just agreed to be quiet, right?
Tootie, wait, okay? Wait till mommy and dad finish, okay? Okay? All right.
Anyway, we're just trying to raise good kids, and we want our kids to have values and be great people. Yep.
That's all it is.
I want to raise kids who don't go on Love Island, who have more respect for themselves and stuff going on in life. They just don't go on Love Island. Yep.
I agree. Is he talking to the camera?
Yep. So yeah,
I agree.
Liz, can you tell you go
say have a good night. Say good night.
Say good night. Liz.
It's 11.
Bliss.
Bliss, say good night.
Say good night. Come on. Say good night. All right.
Say good night.
Say
bye.
All right, man. Sweet. That's another episode of the Pillow Talking Podcast. Have a good night.
Bye, guys. Good night.